What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl JD here, back with another video. So today I wanted to quickly talk about what's been going on with Chantel ever since we kind of ended the Family Chantel show a little while back. And I also talked about that as well if you guys want to check that out here. I didn't actually do a whole season recap in that video. I kind of glazed over all of the seasons in that video. I didn't really just talk about only one season in there. I pretty much just talked about Chantel and Pedro's journey and also their family's journeys simultaneously, all of that in that video. Now recently Chantel has been in the Single Life, the 90 Day Fiancé Single Life spinoff. I think this was season 5? I'm not sure, but their most recent season that they're trying to wrap up. And when I say trying, I say that because they honestly have been dragging this reunion on unnecessarily for a little too long now. I think they are now going on part 5, but I lost count. But either way, I honestly think reunions should only be at the most 3 parts. Anything beyond that, you're just being ridiculous. This season, it was interesting, but not that interesting to have more than 3 parts for a reunion. That's just crazy to me. But either way, even though there were some other things that transpired with regards to the other couples, things that were said, I specifically want to focus on Chantel. I want to focus on Chantel because I think her delusion has gotten a little too far at this point. It's been going on for a little too long. Now, in this season of The Single Life, Chantel decides to go to Greece with her friends, and they're really hyping her up, basically telling her that she needs to have her little, boo thing on this vacation, some type of boy toy, basically, live a little, have fun, and in order to have fun, she needs to be messing around with these dudes, make out with them a couple of times, if you want to go back to his house and do some things, do that. And I'm just like, first of all, that's dangerous. Okay, regardless of country, but it's even more dangerous with you being in another country, and on top of that in a country where you probably don't even speak the language, right? So I'm like, girl, I was not taking the advice of these friends, okay? First of all, I don't think they necessarily have your best interests at heart. In some ways, yes, because obviously if you're coming out of a marriage, I think it was like 5 years that her and Pedro were married, I get it, because at the end of their relationship, it was definitely a loveless marriage, it seems, because they were really trying so hard to make it work. And you could see that Pedro really just didn't like her like that. And it seemed like Chantel also wasn't really that easy to get along with at some points because she could be a little annoying. But most of the time, it just seemed like Pedro just did not like her like that. So when you're coming out of a relationship like that, obviously you're going to want someone to take a liking to you genuinely and actually treat you like a person that they enjoy hanging around, But at the same time, I wonder if in that case, if you're looking for that, and also that kind of validation in a sense, that you might find some very not genuine people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think that you kind of set yourself up for that failure. So I think in her mind, because of that experience in her marriage with Pedro, that she feels as though just being around any Tom, Dick, or Harry, that it's going to just fall in her lap because she deserves to be loved. Don't get me wrong, I do think she deserves to be loved, but at the same time, it's just like, girl, we can't just hop into another thing with somebody else and expect that to be like something that works for the long term. Like, just take it easy. You just got out of a very long-term relationship with somebody else. Like, let's just chill. You know what I'm saying? Not even just a relationship, a marriage for years. Years of your life are now kind of, I don't want to say went down the toilet, but in some ways, if you end up choosing someone that basically just kind of wasted your time so they could pretty much just get a green card, because that's just kind of how I feel with Pedro, how that was. I honestly feel he was just using her, in my opinion. So I just think ultimately, when you come out of something like that, you can't just hop into something else. So it definitely makes me nervous when she finds Giannis at this party, because I think it was maybe a couple episodes before that she was making out with another dude on a motorcycle. Okay, why? I don't know. Her friends kind of told her to go do it. So she's basically living her little hot girl summer dream. And now she meets Giannis. And basically one of the first things she asked this man is, has he ever been married before or in a serious relationship? I don't know, something like that. And that's when she takes the time to bring up her marriage okay? Well, sort of. And she kind of talks about Pedro a little bit, and then you could see her whole mood and demeanor change in that moment. And I was like, girl, why are we talking about Pedro again? Like, I feel like you're not over him, and that's okay. But the thing is, you basically putting yourself under another guy right after trying to get over another one, I don't think you're fully like healed from that situation. That whole, you know, to get over a guy, you got to get under another one type of thing, definitely horrible advice, okay? I think you could honestly ruin your life doing that foolishness. You would probably be the worst people. I'm just saying. I think honestly, when it comes to Chantel, her not being fully healed from the situation with Pedro kind of leads into this delusion of her thinking that this little fling that she has with Giannis in Greece, after being there for a couple days, they make out a couple times in front of her friends, they go to the beach, watch the sunset, talk about a little bit of what they would envision for themselves in the future, having kids and a family. Just doing that basically kind of, I guess, assures her in some way that this could possibly be a thing, that this could be a real relationship, right? And I'm just like, girl, what? It's like, first of all, again, why are we finding another person in another country and trying to form any type of serious relationship with them, knowing that they good and darn well live on the opposite side of the world? I mean, obviously people can make it work, but the fact that you're doing this again after it already didn't work with your ex-husband, I'm just saying, it's baffling to me that you hop into another similar situation. Like, and you think now the second time is going to be the charm. Don't get me wrong, could it happen? Yes. But at the same time, the way that he would interact with her and treat her while they were on this vacation, it just seemed like he wasn't taking this seriously. Like, he was just okay with this just being one of his little side pieces. Give me a little bit of action, and that's pretty much all I need from you. It just seemed like he was okay with this being a fling. Now, where I think Chantel's real delusion kind of kicked in is when, at the end of the vacation, he comes up to their resort. They're leaving to go to the airport, and he comes with these flowers, looking like this romantic guy, and now she's just like, oh my god, he is serious. And it's just kind of like, girl, no, not yet. Not yet. Let's just wait. Let's wait to see the subsequent action. Let's just see if he actually follows through with coming to the US. And that's where we get to the reunion, and we find out that he doesn't really seem all that interested in crossing the pond and coming to the US to visit her, because he doesn't think that she's over Pedro. And guess what? I don't think she is either, Giannis. I don't think she is. The fact that she gets so emotional even still talking about it, it just shows you that she's not over it. She's not over that situation. So I just think Chantel is going to need to take some time. Breathe, sis. Let's breathe. Let's take it all in. Take a minute, figure our ish out, and then we can maybe revisit things. Not with Giannis. I prefer her to find someone that lives close by, that she can see and also talk to every other day, or maybe every like couple of days. I don't know what their schedules will look like, how busy they are. I don't know. But either way, I would definitely prefer her, after going through that situation with Pedro, leave the whole international boyfriend thing alone for right now. We could revisit that in the future if need be. But the fact that her goal is to have a family, she's in her 30s, she says, and she wants to have a family by a certain time, be married, all that stuff. I think it'll be in her best interest to find someone that's close by. I think she lives in Atlanta. That might be kind of difficult in Atlanta, no offense to those that live there, but I've heard a lot of stories from those that live there, and I don't think it's the best dating pool. But either way, you know, you can try. I'm sure maybe something might turn up, but with Chantel, I think she should honestly just stay single. And also, one thing I do want to mention with regards to the reunion that I found interesting was when Miss Debbie was taking that time to talk to Chantel about how she was kind of portraying herself to the men out in Greece with regards to her not wearing underwear, and, you know, basically this being like her hot girl summer in a sense, and how that's not really the right way to go about finding someone if like you want to find something serious and genuine. And I agree totally with Miss Debbie, but I do have to say with Chantel, I get why she wanted to have that hot girl summer moment in Greece, but I do think that overall if you do want to find something serious, that wouldn't be the right way to find that person. So I think Giannis is a little bit more interested in the overall like product and how she looks and all that. I don't know if he's serious about the whole family and, you know, getting married and being in a serious relationship type of thing. I really don't think that's the case. But in Chantel's mind, I think because he just said a couple of nice things that she wanted to hear at the time, it kind of reassured her in a way like, oh yeah, I made the right decision. I think this could work. You know what I mean? And she's just holding on to that delusional hope low-key. But y'all let me know your thoughts down in the comments on Chantel and what y'all think is going to happen in the future. Let me know your predictions down in the comments. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.